Good morning dear students. In my last video you have learned conversion between different types of number system, and in this video I am going to present different types of C program to print triangle using star, numbers and characters. Hope the video will be very interesting for you. First, I am going to describe a program to print half pyramid using star. You can see the diagram or structure of pyramid. This is called the half pyramid and this is made using star. And now I am going to describe the program, C program, by which that type of pyramid shape can be made. Now let's start the program. I have opened the IDE and then now click on File and then New. First rename the program, that is half pyramid, and click on Enter. So you can see the name of the program, that is half pyra.cpp. So for better resolution I am opening the source file and writing the program there. Search for half pyramid. This is the program source file. I can write the program here directly. So first I am going to include the header files to the program. Next, so I have included two header files. One is stdio.h, that is standard input output header file, and second one is conio.h, that is console input output header file. And now I have to initialize main function, and return type of main is void. So void main, and then I have to initialize the variables which are required for this program. So in this program we need three integer variables. One is I, second one is j, and another one is rows. Say you can rename the variables as per your wish, but I have named them as I, j and rows, where I is used for loop variable for the first loop, and j will be used for loop variable for the second loop, and row is a variable which will store the user inputted value, that how many rows will be in your pyramid structure. So user can input as per his or her wish to the program. That input will be stored in rows, and depending on the input, that particular row will be in your structure. So let's start. I have used clear screen function to clear the console, and first you have to input the value for rows to the user. So new line, you can write enter number of rows. So user have to input some value. So now you have to scan the value from the console and store the value to the appropriate variables. So scanf, we have to use scanf. That means that function will scan the inputted value from the console. So %d, because the inputted value is integer value, and we have to store the value to the rows variable. So ampersand sign will scan the address of rows, and scanf function will scan the value from the console which is inputted to the user by the user, and that value will be stored to the variable rows, and that ampersand sign will help to store the value. Ampersand sign will scan the address of the variable rows, and it will store the inputted value by the user. So now the rows variable is containing the value that how many rows will be in structure. Suppose I have entered 5. You can enter the different number also. So depending on the rows, your structure will be created. So first I am going to initialize the first for loop, that is for, and loop variable is I equal to 1 and I less than equal to rows and I plus plus. So you can see that this is the for loop which is initialized by 1 and loop variable is I, and that loop will continue until the value of I is less than or equal to rows. So the value of I is initialized by 1. After execution each time the value of I will be increased by 1, and all time it will check that the value is less than or equal to rows or not. So depending on the condition, the loop body will be executed. So this is the loop body, and inside the loop body I have initialized another loop. Here the loop variable is j, and this is also initialized by 1 and j less than equal to I and j plus plus. So you can see that for second loop the loop variable is j, and that is initialized by I, and the loop will continue until the value of j is less than or equal to I. Each and every execution of the inner for loop, the loop variable, that is j, the value of j will be increased by 1. So now I have to initialize the body of inner loop. So I have to print star, printf star and space. Why we are using space, I will show it later. Just I have used a star and a blank space. Note it. We'll discuss later. So I'm closing it. So now I have to use another printf statement for new line. Why we have to use the second printf statement, we'll discuss later. Just note it down. We'll show if we not write the line what will happen, and if we don't put a blank space here also what will happen, we'll show. So now I have ended my loop body. So the this is the outer loop, and loop body of the outer loop starts here, and loop body of outer loop end here, and this is the inner loop where the loop body of inner loop starts here and loop body of inner loop end here. So now just end the program, get ch, and this is the end of main function. Just save it. So just to open half pyramid, so you can see the entire program which I have written this text file, and I have saved it here, and you can open the same program from the IDE. So let's run the program and now see what will be the output. Control F9. So there is an error. So what is that? Statement missing. Okay, fine. So here is a statement missing encountered. That means I have forgot to put a semicolon here. So I have put the semicolon, and now again I am trying to compile the program and run the program. So success. So now my program asks that the enter of rows. So how many rows of the pyramid will be? So suppose I have entered 5 and enter. So you can see the output. This is the half pyramid structure. That was our target, to build the shape, and you can see that we have done it. So now you can change the input also. Now again run the program. Suppose 9. So you can see 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 rows are there. So depending on your inputted value, number of row will be created. If you increase the number, and row will be increased. If you decrease the number, the row will be decreased. So hope you have understand how to write the program. Now let's discuss about the space. Suppose I have eliminate the space by using backspace. Now try. So suppose input row is 10. So you can see that the star are stacked with each other. There is no space. So previous structure will look better if you use space here. So just try it. You can say the structure is very nice. So if you write anything here, that will be printed after star. You can see. So we have previously we have used blank space, so the blank space was printed after star, which looks better. And now I am going to discuss about the new line. So suppose you have exclude the line from the program. So I have commented the line, and now I am going to run the program. So you can see that though we don't have used new lines, so star are printed one after another. So no pyramid structure is there. So what is the benefit of the line? See this. So this is the outer for loop. Okay. So suppose you have entered 5 for row. So I can describe it here also. So suppose row value is 5. Okay. So row value is 5 and the value of I is 1, fine, and the value of row is 5. So check the condition first. the value of I is less than row, because the value of I is 1 and the value of row is 5. So it satisfies the condition and enter the body of the loop. So inside the loop another loop is encountered, that is inner for loop, and the loop variable is j, that is also initialized by 1, and the condition is that is j less than equal to I. So now the value of I is 1 and the value of j is also 1, so it satisfies the condition. So though the condition is satisfied, so body of the loop will be executed. So star and space is printed, so we can construct it here also, star and space. Okay, it is printed. After that the loop variable j is increased, so the j, now the value of j is 2. Again check the condition, is the value of j less than or equal to I. Now the value of j is 2 and the value of I is 1, so it fails to satisfy the condition. So the loop variable will not executed anymore, so the control get out from the loop body and encounter the next new line. So here one new line will be printed, so your control go to the new line. So now you can understand the benefit of this line, new line. If you don't use the line, so the next star will be printed in the same line, but you have used a new line function here, so your control go to the new line. Okay, fine, end the loop. Again I plus plus, so now the value of I is 2, so it satisfies the condition, and for j equal to I, the value of j is less than equal to I, because the value of j is I and the value of I is 2, so it satisfies the condition. So now star and space, so star and space. Now j plus plus, so now the value of j is 2 and the value of I is 2. Again it satisfies the condition, because the value of j, now the value of j is equal to I, that is the value of j is 2 and the value of I is also 2. So again the line will be printed, star and space, so star and space. Now the value of j is 3, which fails to satisfy the condition, and control get out from the loop body and encounter the line again, that is new line. Okay, so now I plus plus, that means the value of I will be increased by 1, that is I plus plus, and check the condition that now the value of I is 3, which is less than row, so it satisfies the condition. Now the value of j is 1 for the value of j which is less than I, because the value of I is now 3, so it satisfies the condition, so the line will be printed, star space. So now the value of j will be incremented by 1, that is 2, which will satisfy the condition again, so the line will be printed again, star space. Now the value of j will be increased by 1, that is 3, which is equal to I, so the condition is satisfied. Again the line will be printed, that is star space. Now the value of j will be incremented by 1, so now the value of j is 4, which fails to satisfy the condition, so control will get out from the loop body and encounter the line, that is new line. So now the value of I will be incremented by 1, that is 4, and depending on 4 the internal loop will execute 4 times, because the value of j will initialized by 1 and it incremented by 1 after each and execution of the loop, so the line will be printed for 4 times, that is star space star space star space star space. After that, when the value of j will be 5, which fails the condition, and control get out from the loop body and encounter the line, that is new line. So now the value of I will be incremented by 1, that is 5, which satisfy the condition because now the value of I is 5, which is equal to row because we have entered 5 previously. So depending on the value, the line will be printed for 5 times. Now star space, star space, star space, star space, star space, and when the value of j will be 6, the control will get out from the loop body and encounter the line, that is new line. And now the value of I is 6. When the value of I will be 6, then it fails to satisfy the condition and control get out from the loop body. That means outer loop terminate, and that is end of the program. And you can see by execution of the above program, the below structure will be created, and you can also check the program, that is open half pyramid, open F5 for full screen. I have commented the above line. One, two, three, four, five. So this is the output of the program, and the above and below symbols are used for comment the in between lines. So now run the program, save and control F9. So error, what is missing? Oh, save the program. Sorry, save the program. Yes, control F9. How many rows? Say 5. Output will be this. Again run the program, control F9. How many lines? 10. The output of the program will be this. So hope now the concept of the program is clear to you, how a half pyramid can be built by C program using star. So in place of star, you can use any number or any alphabet to do the same structure. So now I am going to start the second program. So the next program is to print half pyramid using a number. So the output of the next program will be like this, that is 1, then 1 2, then 1 2 3, then 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3 4 5. That means the user input from the program is 5. So 5 because first row, second row, third row, fourth row and fifth row. In my previous program, you can see that the entire program was constructed by star, but in this program the pyramid structure is constructed by number, where initially it starts by 1, and after that each and every row one number is increasing. That means that is 1, then 1 2, then 1 2 3, then 1 2 3 4, then 1 2 3 4 5, like this. If you entered 6, then the next 6 means 6th row, then the next row will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. So students, could you guess the program by which you can construct the same structure? So I can open my previous program. Okay, that structure can be made by this program. Just we have to change a single line. So could you guess Anything? See this. In my previous program, the main structure was created by star. So in this line we have used star, and you know what is the reason behind we have used space. Okay, so in place of star, if we write any number, so the pyramid will be built by the number. That means just close it, then open a pyramid program and just save it, just run the program. That is 5. So you can see that all the numbers are 1 here. That means the pyramid is constructed by 1 because of we have used 1 here. But our objective is slightly different. Here we can see that the number is increasing each and every row. So all the numbers are not 1 or not 2 or 3 or anything. So we have to think on it, what is the reason or how can we build the program. So everything is hide behind the line. So just think the inner loop, inner for loop. Inner for loop, the value of inner the loop variable of inner for loop is j. The value of j is initialized by 1, and it the condition is that the value of j will be less than or equal to I until the condition is true. Then the internal entire body of the loop, that means that line will be printed. Okay, so now check. In place of star or 1, I am going to print the value of j. Let's check what will happen. So though the value of j is integer, we have to use %d and %d and j. Let's check. So enter the how many number, that is 5. Okay, so this is our desired output. Let's check 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5, and this is the output, but no space is there, so we have to use a space also, %d space. So in place of %d, the value of j will be printed, and after that we have used a blank space here. Now check 5. So 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 for 6 row. You can check 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that. So that is the desired output which we want to build. Check this 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. So now hope you can understand the secret behind the program, that is the program. So in place of star or any number or any alphabet, if you print the value of j with space, the output will be 1 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4 5, like this. So now you can understand that the value of j, that is initialized by 1, and initially the value of I was also 1. So for first time only 1 was printed. After that, when the value of I is increasing or increased by 1, then the value of j is initialized by 1 again, and the loop will continue for 2 times, that is for j equal to 1 and j equal to 2. So for 2 times, for first time when the value of j is 1 and it is less than I, the value of j is printed, that is 1. And next the value of j is increased by 1, that is 2. So now the value of j is less than, not less than, but equal to I, that is the value of I is 2 and the value of j is also 2. So again the line will be printed, that means the value of j will be printed, that is 2, and after that the loop condition will terminate the loop and new line. After that the value of I will be increased by 1, that is 3. Again the value of, for the value of I is 3, again it condition it satisfy the condition and enter for to the inner loop, and again the value of j is initialized from 1, and the internal body or body of the loop will execute for j equal to 1, that is the value of j will be printed, that is 1. Then for j equal to 2, the value of j will be printed, that is 2, and the value of j is 3, and the value of j will be printed, that is 3. Like this all 5 rows are created, and depending on user input which will stored in rows, the row will increase or decrease. Okay, so now hope that you have understand the reason behind it or behind the program, and you can write the program by your own. So next I am going to my next program. So students, I am ending my video here. I have described in this video 2 types of half pyramid structure. One is constructed by using star, and another is constructed by using number, increasing number. And hope you have enjoyed the videos, and in my next video I will describe different types of another pyramid structure by using star, number and also alphabet. Stay tuned the channel. If you like the video, you can share, you can like, and if you want to get the notification for my next video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.